Welcome to the Kage Kultcast, a podcast full of entertaining irreverence from the minds of Jesse Kage and Alli that girl.
So you're a what now? You're a fielder? You feel things that other people feel?
Like a left fielder?
Yeah.
I have mirror synergy.
Mirror synergy. That sounds hokey to me.
No, it's totally real, and it sucks a lot of the time. So I can actually feel other people's pain, typically people I care about. So like when my daughter has an earache on the right side,
Right.
I'll have it on the left as if we were looking in a mirror.
Huh. And it happens every time or just sometimes?
No, not always. It happens with Drew a lot. Like
So-
I'll go, God, my knee is killing me. And he'll go, sorry. Because we've been doing it for years, and I'll literally have pain that I don't actually have.
Mirror synergy, it's called.
Yeah.
So,
It's a real thing. Because you know that everything is
Okay,
just
is it?
energy. Well, everything is just energy. You think something and you can make it happen because you're manipulating the energy.
I've read The Secret. I get it.
yeah,
I
The
understand.
secret is just a bunch of people saying the same thing over and over again. They don't really tell you how to implement it.
Well, they tell you got to actually believe. You got to believe that you're going to have this windfall of money. You've got to believe that you're going to have this great job. You got to believe you're going to have the house. You're going to believe. But it is. I mean, you really just have to really believe.
But you have to do the work,
It's
too.
hard to put yourself.
Now, when it happens over and over again, now I can't not believe it. I constantly make things happen. You want to go to the mall with me at Christmas? I guarantee we'll get a parking space every time.
Oh, don't worry about it. I have something called princess parking. Have I ever told you about this?
Do you park where the expectant mothers are supposed to
No,
park?
I'm not an asshole. I've got princess parking.
You have a handicap sticker that you don't need?
No, it doesn't matter where we go. It could be the biggest. It could be the Super Bowl. We're going to find a spot right up in front.
I'm the same way.
Every single time.
Well, I have the same thing.
I have center parkinage.
Oh, God.
That's what I have, center parkinage.
I have pills for that. I have
Do you?
pills for everything. Purse full of pills. That's my tagline.
Your little jingle?
You like that? I jingled for you right now.
I do. It's nice to have a new jingle for a new episode. Episode 9 of the Kage Kultcast
Wow.
is officially underway. I'm glad that Crystal doesn't have that synergy feeling thing because I'm just a wreck all the time.
I know. I feel it.
But you said you had to like somebody to feel it, and you
I
don't
said
really.
I have to care about them. I really dislike you.
But you care about me?
Well, I care because I come over here and I do things that I enjoy. And if you're under the weather and I
Right.
can't come over, then it affects me adversely.
So you're feeling not really, say, my knee pain. You're just feeling the pain that you're not able to do what you love to do, and then you kind of blame me.
Well,
Is that correct? I just want to make
that's
sure.
how marriage works.
That's right.
Even work marriage.
Fucking second marriage, second
Third.
work. No, you're my second work wife.
Oh, Lauren.
Because I had Lauren first, who, by the way, I think is going to come on the show here in a couple weeks.
That'd be awesome because she
Yeah.
was there when I totally kicked your ass for Tampa Bay's favorite DJ.
Yep. You kicked everybody's ass.
Everyone.
Everybody. But it was you and me at the end there.
It was.
That was nice.
Yeah.
People still don't know who you are, but they know who I am now, so that's good.
Yeah, they know you're the dude who got crushed by Alli, that girl.
Crushed.
I mean, yeah.
We hung down there to the end. They
Are
knew
we
were gonna,
high-fiving?
Yep, they knew we were going to team up at some point.
I guess so. That was years and years and years
It was
prior.
It was like 10 years ago.
That's crazy.
I was like 4. I just got. Actually, I don't think
No, I
Lauren
would've
was
been
Lauren
14.
even with me at that
Yeah.
point? Did she
Because
just
everybody
go on the
thought
show?
you guys were married. Everyone
Right.
kept telling me that was your wife, and I was like, how could he possibly
Yeah, I've
work
got-
with her and then live with her and then...
I've got a buddy who married his co-host, and they're still
But are they
somehow
still on
making
the
it
radio?
happen. Yeah,
Oh,
they're in
'cause
Ohio.
We're
yeah.
not married, nor are we on the radio. So,
Yeah,
it worked out well.
We've
for
spread our wings.
everyone.
Well past radio. Speaking of radio, I wanted to thank the Shark. They had me out on Friday. My buddy Jason Beeler from Saigon Kick. He was over there and playing a little acoustic deal. So I swung by, hung out at the Shark. They got a nice little performance studio over there now. The Beasley's doing things. They're
They
doing
had one
things
when
over
we
there.
were there. They had a performance. Oh, no.
No, it's like a performance
You
studio
know what they
now.
did is they fired us and they took that money and they really
Built the
vamped up
performance.
their...
It's great. They've got TVs on the wall,
Oh.
and they've got like the scaffolding. It looks great. It looks like a real stage and
So
everything.
glad we could fund that for you.
So you're welcome. You're welcome, Beasley, Tampa.
But you went back over there and you hung out. I feel
I
like
did.
you're cheating.
Those are my friends, man. I told you
Zito,
this whole.
I'm friends
this
with
whole
some
radio thing,
people.
man. I don't hang out with anybody from 98 Rock, really, because I don't know pretty much everybody that is at 98 Rock now outside, I think, Big Rig.
Is he still there?
He's there, yeah. He's
You guys
there.
friends? Now? Frenemies?
We had a couple issues when I left there originally, and but I think him and I have talked from time to time since then. That was a long time ago. Do we hang out and drink beers together? No. Would I? Absolutely. I'd
You
love
would
to
hang
go
out and
get
drink
it.
beer with anyone, though. Let's not act like you're picky.
Well, I mean, is the beer free?
Well, yeah.
Or am I
figured.
paying for the beer? Because I'm not going to just hang out
He
if
is
I'm
not
paying for it.
No. You'll have to lean on one of your relationships
Right.
to get it for free.
You can hate that.
I don't. I love
mean,
it. I get free stuff. You know how many vibrators I have
I
in
know.
my purse today?
Can you say the Todd? Can you say it like you do?
No, I have to do the phone number. It's
Yeah.
007.
Yeah, you nailed that.
Yeah, I made that up, and then other people tried to do it, and they
It
shouldn't.
didn't work out. You should get the Todd to become a sponsor for the Kage Kultcast.
Okay, because they don't care if we say cunt.
That is true.
They prefer it.
They're like, hey, I've got this new vibrator I'd like you to sell. It's specifically for cunts. Right?
And also, you can use it on your pooswa.
Right. Right. If you're fancy and French, we know that. You ever accidentally say I love you to somebody?
I mean,
You know, you go to hang up the phone with your boss or something. You were talking when you were on the radio. You were talking to Orlando or something. Like,
Oh,
all right,
yeah,
all right,
that
dude,
happens a lot.
I did love you. Like, but you think about it. You don't really love them like that.
I
but
haven't
you just
done
said
it. I have almost done it recently.
Okay, was it to me?
No, because you say it, and then I feel
do.
compelled to say it back.
do.
You're like, I love you. I'm like,
I'm a definite I love you guy.
right.
And if my friends are going to know that I love them, and
No,
this
that's
was,
really good. That's important.
This was something that was big on the radio in Atlanta for the Kage Cult show. As I throw
my
pens
God.
around. So one day, I don't think I ever told you this story, but one day this guy calls and he did the accidental "I love you" at the end of the call.
Are you sure it was accidental?
You know what? I'm not. I'm not sure.
That's
He could have
sweet.
just said it, and I go, you know what, dude, I love you too.
and then he went, oh, God, I
Nope.
didn't even mean to.
Nope. I totally. I was like, if he's going to say it, whether he meant it or not, whether it was an accident, I'm going to buy in. I go, dude, I love you too. Hung up the phone. Guy calls up next, and he goes, hey,
I didn't mean to tell you I love you.
no, this is a totally different guy. He goes, did that guy just say he loved you? I go, he
I
did.
like your Georgia accent.
He goes, did you say you loved him back?
Oh, hell.
I go, I did. He goes, what are you, a faggot?
Wow.
Yeah, and I go, and
Did you
so-
play this on the air?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
So
right.
this is something that we've talked about on this show before. I don't like that word. It's not a word that I'll use often, but it was an impactful word for the time. He said it. I repeated it back because I'm like, no, this is ridiculous. Obviously, then I played it on the air. And I go, if that dude saying to me that he loved me and me saying back that I loved him, the first place you go is gay, maybe you're the guy
Yeah.
who is closeted here and doesn't really know. And it's cool if you are. He goes, that's not what I'm saying. I go, nobody else said the F word, dude. Not one other person called me up and goes, hey, you're faggot because you said that. God, that word is so disgusting. But again,
it's a cigarette in England.
impactful. It was very impactful. And so he ends up hanging up because
I
that's
doth
what
protest too much.
that's what chodes do. They hang up. So he was gone. And from that point on, it turned into a thing on the show that every time somebody would call, they're like, hey, I love you. I go, love you too. And it became this movement.
Love fest.
Right. And so the funny part about that being is, of course, the show is raunchy, the show is irreverent, the show is all these things, but then just the honesty of that becoming such a movement, even to the fact where some guys at corporate had heard and they're like, that's a really cool thing that you've created in a really short amount of time. And I think it's because you just pull everything back. You just go, this is bullshit. You can't just sit there and go, if you say I love you to a dude, no, you're not gay. You could be gay, sure. If saying I love you to a dude and then all of a sudden you get a boner and you want to have sex with a dude, fine.
Yeah.
That's okay
Most of
as
the
well.
time, from what I know from my gay friends, they don't love the dudes they bone. They just
just
meet him at the
bone.
gym.
Right. Just
So
bone 'em out.
Perhaps saying that you love him means that you are in fact not gay.
Sure, I guess if there needs to be a twist on it.
You should twist it a lot.
But I did say, so on Friday, we had the GCW 1-year anniversary bash, which ended up getting canceled, which sucked because that
What?
tropical storm was coming
Is it
through.
because I didn't go? And
could
y'all were
be.
like, you know what? Fuck this. She's not even here.
Yeah, we're not
Were you
going to do it.
surprised? Oh, it's not her.
Allie's not here. We're not going to do this.
Well, my
Funny
bad.
thing is, even with all the rain, people are showing up, and so we're just debating.
Was it outside? Why would you
was.
cancel? Oh.
It was outside.
Mud wrestling. Y'all could have turned it into
Yeah.
something else.
It turned into, it got really sloppy, and it wasn't safe for the workers, and we just
Sometimes
felt
sloppy
bad.
can be safe.
You can definitely be, but this was not going to be one of those moments.
Did you have your Speedo on with your boots?
I didn't. I would have, though. I would have thrown it on just for you, but you didn't show up, so
Because it was raining.
Yeah, I know.
And I knew you were going to cancel it because your delicate tresses.
Yeah, I actually wanted to cancel a little bit earlier in the day, but the guy who was running it, because it's his money. He's like, he's like, we're going to try to do it, and I was like, dude, it's on you. I was like, I get it. I mean, I don't want to not have the show either. I think it's going to be a great show. We had a great stacked card, good lineup.
So what happens now?
We'll reschedule. We've got
right.
another couple that are, we're going to try to do these every month. So we'll have another one that we'll get set up. But we're there and we're starting to tear things down because, again, everything was set up, ready to go. And then the real big rainstorm started coming in.
Nestor, the molestor, came through and fucked up your shit.
That fucking storm.
Yeah.
And it molested our ring and everything else. So it was bad news. So we're tearing everything down, and you get the camaraderie still of just kind of hanging out and everybody kind of doing their thing
Parking
or whatever.
lot pimping.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I go to say goodbye to like the head booker dude.
I love you.
I did the bro hug. You do the bro hug
With
thing.
the one arm, you pull him in with the
bro
hand,
hug.
and then you do the thing on the back.
Yes, I'm a big fan of that. So I did that, and I was like, love you, bro, or something like that, just because I would just normally say that, but I don't know this guy that well.
And he said,
No,
what are you up?
He's like, you too, man, and just like kind of.
You too.
But that's the thing, and so I get in the car. I'm like, I didn't even think about it until I got in the car, and I'm like, I don't really know this guy that well. Again, cool dude. We talk online a lot because we've got a couple production meetings that we do for GCW, so we interact, but not like hanging out.
So it doesn't mean anything when you say it to me then, because you say it to everybody.
No. It means everything when I say it, because I still say it to everybody. Don't say you too. I don't know if I caught him off guard or what the situation.
Probably.
'Cause I'm curious if he went home and he's like, did Jesse Cage just say he loves me?
Yeah, he did.
And you know what, Eddie? I do love you, bro. Fuck it. I do. You're a good dude.
No, he went home and he went, did I just say you too? I don't even know this dude.
No, he should have. I think he was more upset that he didn't just say it back.
You think so?
Yes.
Has he slid into your DMs?
No, I'll get him on the show, though. We'll talk about it at some point. We'll have to do that.
We should bring on every man that you've surprised with your love.
A surprise night, I love you?
Yeah.
No, that's it. We don't have that kind of time.
Wow.
I just I say I love you a lot.
Sweet.
I just do. Because again, in these
then
times,
it means nothing.
It's not true at all. It means nothing if you take it as nothing.
Oh, now it's on me. The onus is on me.
But if I'm going to say it to you,
then you're saying it to everyone. You just said. I don't even know this dude that well.
No, well, okay, that's what I was saying. That one was kind of an accident, but I'm not going to pull it back. I'm just going, you know what? Cool, let's let it fly.
Have you ever taken it back?
Let that ride.
You know what? Did not mean to say I love you.
Yeah, no, because
what about to a
again,
girl
the
you were
accident
dating?
doesn't happen a lot.
What about a girl you were dating who
No,
you did not
dude,
love?
Come on.
Are you one of those dudes who says it on the first date?
Nope, I didn't say on the first date, but if you're looking to get the pussy, yeah, you say it.
Oh, God, no.
You know?
If I don't, no. See, that would be, no, because then I feel like you're just never going to leave. You're already in love, and I ain't even put it on you yet.
No, it's just that moment of... things are getting there. It's about to happen. Maybe it's just even just the first kiss. You're just getting ready to be there.
God.
And I definitely don't. I don't just want the kiss. I definitely want the phalanging. And you whisper a little "I love you" in there.
Oh God, see, no.
Don't act like girls don't fall for that shit every day. Every day. Maybe not you because you're not a girl.
Wait a minute. Somebody come get these things off my chest, please. No,
But
I'm
chicks
not.
fall
I'm more
for that.
like
you,
a dude.
You
no.
do know they fall for that shit.
Yeah,
though.
young, really,
Come on.
really young.
Right,
but
okay.
see, now I would be more like, ugh. I did it with Drew too. Like in the beginning, I was like, I don't want to put it on him, and then he's never gonna leave. And then guess what happened?
He never left.
Yeah.
Did you say I love you to him first, or did he say I love you to you first? I
You
feel
know
like
what?
guys do it first, right?
They normally do, but we were doing this thing where we would say olive juice or elephant shoe, so it looks like
Looks like an I love you.
So
yeah.
I think I fucked up and actually said I love you first, but we were doing it, so...
While you were doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, you were like caught up in the throes of passion and you dropped an I love you.
Yeah, and I don't normally do that.
That means you mean it, though, I think.
I think I might like him a lot.
Yeah, so it'll probably keep him for a little bit longer.
I guess. We're going to be married 10 years next month.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah.
To each other, even.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Together 14 years.
I was almost 15 years married. Together almost 20 years to the first one. And then
that was in the 60s.
I met the better one, and
Right.
and here we are today.
Yeah.
And I think I don't remember who said I love you first
With
between
Crystal?
us. Yeah, I probably
She hasn't said it yet, she said.
No, she does. Or is she just saying olive juice?
I think she's like, elephant shoe, Jesse.
all this fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
that she's saying it. No,
she's like, you
not.
too. You're like, I love you. You too.
No, we used to say, before we started saying it, we used to say, I hate you. We were that couple.
Well, they are, two sides of the same
Right,
point. Because
I
no
hate
one can
you.
piss you off as much as someone you love.
Right.
So it is kind of the same thing.
That's my life over the last week in this place.
Yeah.
Her and I have been fucking cats and dogs. That didn't come out the way I wanted it
Dude,
to.
I mean, if
You
that's
know
what
what
you're into, I'm not
You-
judging, but that...
I'm not going to sit here and explain it. You know what I was saying, what I was trying to say.
Is that why the cat
sounded
won't
wrong.
leave?
Right. Look at the love in her eyes.
She looks like maybe her pelvis is broken. Is that the issue? She can't get down?
There is an irrational fear of Halloween, and it's called gratiarophobia.
I bet that's not how you say it.
Gratiarophobia.
May I see?
Yep. Look, it says it right.
Are you sounding it out? Is it phonetic?
Gratiarophobia. Gratiarophobia. It's an irrational fear of Halloween. No, I'm sorry. That's Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
Damn it. Halloween is Samhainophobia. Samhainophobia. Do you have any irrational fears?
I don't think it's irrational. I have one phobia, and it's cockroaches, but it's not irrational because...
Yeah, because they're assholes. They're
well,
disgusting.
let me tell you, when we moved to Florida from Memphis, I was like 6,
Mm-hmm.
and the house my parents bought had a tree house in this tree. It was so dope. There's this big wooden tree house.
Right.
So my dad and I go up there once, and we're sitting up there, and all of a sudden, all of these roaches fell on top of me, and my dad is slapping them on my arm, like trying to get them off me, but he's hitting me so hard, so my arm is all red. And to this day, look, I have the chills. To this day, if I see one, and I'm not really scared of anything.
Roaches or palmetto
Snakes.
bugs? Are we talking the small little
No,
roach or
the
like
flying? They
like the-
carry 80 million diseases.
Yeah, the palmetto
and they
bug,
bite.
those big ass ones.
Yeah, so now to this day, if I walk into a room, I will scream like a bitch, and
Yeah.
Drew knows to come running with the shoe. Anything else, spiders, snakes, I can deal with all of it. But a
Yeah.
roach, holy shit.
Yeah, the roach thing, man, they're just vile. And if you don't live in the South, if you don't live in
Give me the
Florida,
chills,
like when
man.
you see like these palmetto bugs, like the size of these things are just
They
they're
bite, too.
terrifying.
People don't realize they bite.
They bite? I didn't know the palmetto bug bit.
My friend's grandma felt something on her neck, and it was fucking roach biting her on the neck. And they can live through anything.
Yeah, spiders is my gimmick. I can't do the spider thing. There's a spider actually that's in our house someplace, and
There's
I can't
always
find
a
it.
spider 3 feet from you, they say.
Is that what the stats are on
Yep.
that one?
But we need them. They take care of the bad bugs.
Well, I know. So that we have a couple of these like little daddy long leg ones that are around,
Yeah.
and there was one that was up in that corner. Actually, he's there. You can still see him, and I'm like, I'm not going to take that one down because
Oh, cute.
he'll always take care of little like the no-see-ums and that kind of shit. That's what they're good for. But there's a bigger spider
The bucket, that brown.
The
thing.
brown,
I
that
had
big-
one of those in my bathroom.
somewhere down here, and I can't.
come on, man.
It's funny where you're sitting, and I'm not trying to be an
You're
asshole.
lying.
I'm not. It was the other night. I walked out here to the kitchen, to the Cage Casa kitchen, where we do
Slash
our
studio
work. And I walked by, and I saw it down by where the dog bowl was down there.
Wearing your shoes. It was so big.
It was massive.
Yeah, they are.
And so I'm like, shit. So I ran and I went because I was more like shit because I was scared.
Yeah.
Like,
Were you yelling for Crystal?
I did, babe.
And
So
she's like, yeah, you do.
I go run in there and I grab a piece of toilet paper because I'm going to come out here and get it. But by the time I came back over, I saw it just running underneath the oven over there. And
Now
so it
you're
was-
eating it. It's
was
probably in
running
your
that
food.
way. Well, it's not.
It's in your bed.
No, it's
Probably
not.
in your pillowcase right now.
Don't they say you swallow like 10 spiders a year or something?
At least.
Is that it? Is it at
There's
least?
this dude named Spider. Oh, wait. Yeah. And then all the bug parts that are allowed to be in our food.
Oh, that's a thing.
And
yeah.
doo-doo.
Yeah, you're allowed to have like 4-part cockroach to 10 parts oats or something like that. It's really
Yummy. It's good for you. That's that protein.
I've got an irrational fear.
I thought you were going to say I have an erection. I'm like, really like them bug oats, do ya?
I've got an erectional fear. I have an issue with, and if the fans of the Kage Cult show have heard this before,
So I've not then.
Correct. That's welcome to
Now.
the club. And I have an issue if I'm on a pier and people are fishing. I have an irrational fear that I'm going to get hooked in the mouth.
Oh, come on.
And actually, there was one day, this is years and years
This did
ago.
not happen.
Okay, I mean, I don't know if I can convince you. I didn't get hooked. I hit the deck because somebody had swung back, and I have an irrational fear of getting hooked.
Has it ever happened?
Has anybody ever been hooked?
Have you? Like what? Like for me, the cockroaches fell on me, and then my dad beat my ass.
No, I saw it. I've seen my buddy got a hook through his finger. I've seen a YouTube video of a guy who had a hook in his face because his guy, right? He got catfished or whatnot.
Nope, that's not catfishing. We've gone through this again.
So, regardless, it can happen, right? I mean, why couldn't it happen? You're walking down the pier, somebody pulls their pole back and goes, it would hook me right in the face, or I've gone so deep into this, it'll hook me in the eye, pop my eyeball out. It'll go,
and then they'll catch a shark with your eye.
With my eye.
Which is so neat, and you'll have seen the whole thing.
I'd feel torn about that. I'd feel very torn. Because how cool is that? Oh, my eye, got a shark. But that's
this is what they do in therapy, though. Like, let's just say, Jesse, that you were to get fish hooked in the face, not the eye. What really would happen? I mean,
that would suck. You could like rip a hole in my cheek.
Probably not, though, and you wouldn't get thrown into the water.
No. It's not a cartoon. I'm not getting.
I feel like that would be neat.
I'm not getting. It's like goop.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Was that Coyote? Wile E. Coyote?
No, that's Goofy, my favorite.
Oh yeah. Drew wanted to get you some weird Disney membership. By the way, so messed up in my house. He actually came in and said to me, I feel that you were a little aggressive with Jesse over the air conditioning in the last show. Like, he's fucking having a sit down with me over the way I talk to you.
That's right. He was defending me.
What is that?
It's because I said I love you to him.
I was just going to say, did he you to you?
Yeah. No. He said I love you too.
Did he?
Yeah, he gave me the full one. I don't know if he did.
Full what?
You know what? Let's bring up your family again.
Okay.
3 more texts from your fucking daughter.
I have you. Well, because Crystal's check bounced.
It's not
or
surprising.
Or did you cancel it?
Yeah, it's more like that.
Canceled it. That's so messed up.
She hit me twice this weekend. Well, the robo texter did, because again, it's the same one. It's her picture, and then dear Uncle Jesse, ha 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 ha. It's Hayden. Blah blah blah. Send me money. Blah blah blah. Love.
I love you.
Hayden.
Well, if you would give her money, she would stop. Basically, it's one of those ransomware things where if you pay us, we'll stop flooding your inbox.
Or I could just hit stop. See, it says
don't you unsubscribe from my baby. Mm-mm.
It's still there. I'm waiting for it.
Do not.
I'm waiting.
The fundraiser's almost over. If you block my baby.
Would she know if I blocked her, I wonder? Do they tell her?
Yeah, because then it doesn't get sent to you anymore, and we can see how many went out. Don't.
Huh.
It's messed up.
You're messed up.
Just give the child some money for jumping rope, dog. Dang.
Well, she give me some money. What is she supporting on this damn show?
Are you exercising?
Yes, I exercise every day.
Well, if you send us an email, maybe we would send you some money for your gym membership.
Every morning, I will wake up and I will make sure that I send you over.
I want a picture in your Speedos.
Oh, my God.
And your sports bra.
I think you just want to see me in a Speedo. I think that's
really
where this just keeps coming up. And listen.
Well, it's Wrestleball.
It's not a Speedo, though. I could just wear shorts,
What is it called when they wear the little tiny ones? And that will bring us to our Kill Bang Mary, by the way, because I did come up with some.
You got a Kill Bang Mary?
Yeah, and there's a wrestler in it.
Well, let's do it right now.
But wait, what do you call those little underdraws?
Trunks.
Trunks?
Yeah.
Aren't trunks like the square shots?
Well, they could be, too.
No, you can't call those trunks.
They're wrestling shorts. I don't wear those things, though. I never put on the little Speedo one.
Yeah.
I was more of when I was wrestling, I was doing like jorts.
Oh, God, the jean shorts?
I was doing like jorts and...
my God, that's worse.
I love jorts,
dude, were they cutoffs or were they tight cuffed? Did you have the strings hanging?
Yeah, no.
And the pockets out the bottom?
Those are very short if the pockets are hanging out. No Daisy Dukes for this guy. No, I
Look at that dude in them Daisy Dukes.
I did the knee length.
Oh, wow.
Jorts and...
Capris almost then.
Well, isn't that down below the knee?
It is,
Yeah,
but I'm
I
just
didn't wear
picturing
it down.
it.
Well, I mean, you can if that, and maybe a little tie up at the bottom so it can
And
tie
your
up
shirt
around my.
was a midriff. with
Yeah.
a little-
Oh, you nailed it.
Oh my God.
You nailed it. You have a Kill Bang Mary for us.
Yeah. 'Cause
Should I
you
sing
said-
the song?
Oh.
Kill Bang Mary, Kill Bang Mary, Kill Bang Mary, Kill Bang
Did you notice
Mary.
everybody on Twitter
Want
was
go
trying to
the
tell
bang.
us what it's really called?
Yeah, everybody's got their thing, don't they?
Yeah, they always want to like tell us what we're doing wrong.
Yeah. Why don't you tell me to listen to your podcast? All right, then you can tell me, and I'll listen.
I will,
And I'll
Then we'll-
rate. I will rate and review.
as you should do for us on Patreon.
That's what I'm saying.
You should join.
Get up over there. Get us some money. Patreon.com/Kage Kultcast. You can do the $5 tier, the $10 tier, the $20 tier. And if you're in the $20 tier, you're going to get the free Kage Kultcast t-shirt that I will send out. I sent out a batch last week, and we'll do another batch the first week of November. So you got time to get in on that. So, Kill Bang Mary.
I think I forgot the third one.
For fuck's sake.
Let me see.
Give me the first two.
Brittney Spears,
Ooh.
Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Damn it.
Why did you bring these together? Is there a reason that these three people, Brittney Spears, Hulk Hogan, and the mystery person, is there a
There
reason
must be.
that you had done this? Is it their birthday?
No,
Did
I
you
don't
just-
think that's like the best way to do it because they're so random.
Well, random is good.
All right, and the third one will be because I can't remember Walt Disney because I know
Oh,
you like him.
I do.
but that wasn't who it was. I don't remember.
Walt Disney. Okay. Kill Bang Mary. Do you want to go first? Or want me to
No,
go
you
first?
can go first.
All right. I am going to.
I should guess.
I am going to. Well, Walt Disney's already dead.
Well, that doesn't matter, does it?
Well, I mean, that's your game. It's your.
But when you pick
your three people.
someone,
I'm
like
just-
you just
All right. I'm going to make sure. So Walt Disney, I will marry because shit, dude, I'm going to get Disney World.
yeah,
Like,
which would make you so happy.
are you shitting me?
No.
That would be, I would definitely marry Walt Disney, even if it's just his cryogenically frozen head.
Did he do that?
That's what they say. I don't
Who
think.
says it though?
It's a thing. It's
Is it on the internet?
It's lore. Yeah.
It's lore?
It's lore. It's out there. You can
folklore?
You could if you're a Disney person, you've heard that. You don't have to be a Disney person. That is something that is out there that he froze his head. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I believe that.
You hope though.
But yeah, I hope that
Wouldn't you love to like bid on his brain and then have it in a jar in your house?
yes. Yes,
that
I
would
would.
be amazing.
Yes, I would. Brain in jar.
Are you gonna look for that on eBay? Buy now, buy now, buy now.
Siri, remind me. Okay, then I am. I hate that I'm gonna.
Who you killing there?
This is tough.
Yeah, it's
This
not
is-
supposed to be an easy game. It's very cerebral.
So I'm
Oh no!
gonna bang Brittney Spears.
Just because that would be cool to say you did.
Yes.
So you're killing-
and with like the bald head too. Like I want the crazy Brittany.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah.
You know?
Although she's crazy again, apparently,
I've heard some things.
Yeah.
I've heard some things.
on the internet.
And then I'll have to kill Hulk Hogan, which my
what
God,
in the world? What are you
I
thinking?
love Hulk Hogan.
Clearly not.
I do, but I just, man, I don't think I could take that dick.
We've seen, right?
It's a
we
big
know,
dude, right?
We
Like, I
all
don't-
know.
right.
That's why I'm gonna fuck him.
You're gonna take Hogan?
Well, I know what to look for. You've
okay.
seen it. We've all seen it.
All right, so you're going to bang Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
You're going to then.
I think that I'll kill Disney because he's dead.
Okay. I will kill him until he's dead.
That's right. And plus there's some other things that are also lore about him that I don't find to be
Yeah, there are some of
very
those
nice,
things. Yeah,
you know?
yes, I do know, and those are. I've done some research into that too, and there's some damning evidence.
Yeah.
And I don't want to really go down this road too deep, but
do it in a song like Disney would.
Walt
You're a-
Disney, he may not like Jewish people.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a thing.
So
It's,
I'm fine with that.
Eesh.
And then I'm going to marry Brittany because she's also rich and I could just hang out in Vegas all the time. And,
Okay.
and I would probably put it on her too. I don't really like women, but I would love to be able to say that I banged Brittany Spears.
Would you rather bang Brittney Spears or would you rather bang Christina Aguilera?
skinny Christina Aguilera or
Dirty, yeah. Dirty, skinny Christina Aguilera.
No, I'm gonna still take Brittney because dirty. She's dirty. Like Christina looked dirty at the
she
time.
looked so
Not
hot,
like
dude.
hot, nasty, dirty. She just looked dirty at the time.
No, she looked hot, nasty, dirty.
Triple X Tina.
Yeah, oh God. Remember she
What
was on
about
Rolling
now?
Stone? She was on the cover
Yeah.
of Rolling Stone. My buddy had that.
Your genie came
his
out the
house.
bottle, didn't he?
Holy shit. My God. She just looked...
You don't like her now?
I do. She goes through
She's healthy.
the ups and
She
downs of her and Kelly Clarkson, kind of the same thing. And I don't want to sit here and fat shame anybody because who the fuck am I to fat shame anybody or anything to
Just
to
don't
that
shame
matter.
anyone.
But I haven't done it yet on the show today, so I guess that's the first time. I'm not attracted to fat Kelly Clarkson, and I'm not attracted to fat Christina Aguilera.
Kelly Clarkson's on her way back down now because she got a show, which I don't understand.
I watched the other day.
Right?
I watched it. Have you
Bindi
seen it?
Irwin? Yeah, I watched one.
Yeah, I watched, and the reason I watched because
pleasant.
Cyndi Lauper was on.
Oh, Christ.
And
Was she talking about her eczema and her psoriasis?
They didn't, but she did. They sang True Colors together, and you know that song does it for me. So
Were you like, yeah, True Colors?
I wasn't jerking off to it. It does it emotionally. It does it for me.
Oh my God. Really?
Why can't a guy just be able to say these things and
A guy
be
can,
taken
but you,
seriously?
Because look at you.
Who cares? That's right. We can break molds. I can sit there and I can tell
Breaking
somebody I
barrier.
can tell somebody I love them. I can be emotional.
Don't break the
I'm
barrier.
a crier. I'm a hugger. I'm all those things. I'll also kick you right in the fucking cunt. But with that being
While I'm
said,
hugging you.
it's more of a knee action
Yeah,
at that point.
too
A
close.
knee to the cunt.
Took a knee right to the cunt today.
Speaking of gross stuff.
Were we?
Yeah, earlier I had some transition in there. Oh, is the brain in a jar, and that would be gross, but you would
No,
want
it would be awesome.
No, it would be gross to have a brain in your house, I think.
I think that would be cool.
It's
As all the weird shit you like, and that would be weird for you.
I like skulls and stuff. I think actually the tissue of the brain would freak me out, which
Not a
is
big
why
tissue fan.
there's a new business.
Tissue
where-
farming.
Funny thing you said that.
I told you, I know what you're gonna say.
This guy and I think it's his son. They were having a few drinks, and they were all the greatest ideas start.
Yes, and end.
And they came up with the idea of removing and preserving the tattooed skin from dead bodies and framing it as a keepsake.
That would smell weird.
They condition the whole thing that it will not smell weird. So
I can
that's,
skin you and hang. You could be a rug in my house because you're all tatted up.
well, it's more of a. It's going to be more of an art piece on the wall because I think if it was a rug, maybe then it would smell or whatever. I think because it's up behind glass. Put them against the glass. So they'll take
Put them on the glass.
Put them up against the glass.
No, obviously, that would be too hard to sing, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Put them up against the glass.
What is happening?
Put them
them on the glass.
Put them up against the glass.
Not against.
No, yep, that's what I want. I want them put up against the glass.
Then what's the difference between put them on the glass?
Proper English.
Oh, God. I can't just redo rap songs.
So they started this bizarre business venture, and people are buying into it. People are like, hey, I need, Grampy Steve. He's got this great back piece. And they'll go and they'll take it. And they'll...
Well, he's dead, though, right? They're
Of
not
course,
just going to go scalp
yeah.
him while he's sitting in the home.
Yeah, no, it's when they're done. And people, obviously, some people are like, this is disgusting. Other people are like, well, look, you take people's ashes and you would keep your ashes in the corner of the room. Why not take something...
We don't cremate.
Yeah, you don't do that. The Jewish people
That's
do
right.
not do
See?
that. But you also don't tattoo, right?
That's right. Don't mar the temple.
Right. You can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery if you have a tattoo. Okay.
That's right.
Interesting. If Drew had a beautiful piece of art on his back or his shoulder,
No,
or his
I would
chest,
not cut it off of his body
We don't
and
have
put
to do
it
it. They
behind
do
glass.
it for you.
Oh, well, if it's not do it yourself.
They're helping families and fulfilling their last wishes is what Kyle says here. So if you want to get this thing done...
Wait, whose wish is it? The dead person or the person who
probably
now
both.
hanging
Maybe it's
it?
both. I guess because...
Can I call your hidden Mickey? Do I get that?
Yeah, you can take that. You can put like
Can I take it now?
Yeah, whatever. Sure.
I actually have a knife in my purse.
That doesn't surprise me at all that you have a knife in your purse. There's things they won't do. There's some
Penis tattoos.
requests. I think they probably would do a penis. I think they would probably just flay. They would
Bobby flay it.
They would flay the penis.
So first
and
it's
then
like
spread it out.
It's just a tiny picture, and then if you rub it, it becomes like an entire panoramic view. That's awesome.
Yeah, maybe you could wrap it around something. You could wrap it around, I don't know, a soup can. So then it's just like a
soup can art.
Dead elephant skin wrapped around a soup can, but it's my testicles.
Sell that at the Todd.
Right. We'll put my balls there as well.
Can I call those?
Yeah, you can have my balls.
That's sweet.
Well, you may have to fight Crystal for my balls.
Nope. You said it. I can have them.
They have had requests for human skin lampshades and book covers, and they say, we're not going to do that. That's not really what we're doing.
We don't want to do anything that could be construed as gross. We're just going to put your nasty skin behind glass and hang it in your living room.
I'll post over, if you're a Patreon member, I'll post some links up and some stuff like that. And maybe some pictures of my tattoos, and you all can start bidding on. I got to make money somehow. You all can bid now.
I get the Mickey.
You want the Metallica microphone as well?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, we'll throw you that one, the James Hetfield microphone.
I'll just take the whole hand.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I mean, if you're going to start auction, having an extra kidney can't hurt. So if you want to
you're going to keep it in a jar?
Yeah, next to the brain.
Sure. Not my brain.
No. I want one that works.
Let's not be silly. All right, let's get sexy.
Wait,
with
I have
Alli.
to tell you something real quick.
Okay.
It's The Gift, first of all, by Tiffany Reiser. But
right, it's Sexy Times with Alli. I've renamed
Dirty
it.
Diary. That's fine. But I had to give her credit. But when we left off, she hadn't yet met this Daniel guy who she's being given to. Mm-hmm. And there was way too much non-sexual shit happening.
Right.
So we're going to skip ahead. They show up at the dude's house. He's rich. He's about 37, you had asked.
Yeah.
So he's about 37 years old. And
young guy.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And she's 23. Mm-hmm. And they talk, and then we pick up there. But in case you were following along and you wondered how she wound up at his house, the dude who dropped her off there is now gone.
All right, here we go. Sexy Times with Alli.
I won't burden you with a sob story, he said, but you deserve some explanation for your presence here. I was married, blissfully, for 7 years. My wife and I were as you, and if you want to stay on my good side, please don't say his name. I'll make it through this week a hell of a lot easier if I don't have to hear about him or talk about him. Daniel nodded. As you and he are, he continued. She was more than my wife. She was my property, my possession, and...
Hang on.
Yeah.
So he's talking about another woman? That was his property?
Now remember that the reason that Eleanor was sent there is because this guy Daniel his wife died 3 years ago, and he hasn't gone out of the house or anything. Yeah.
Okay.
And my best friend. She died 3 years ago. I have been with no one since. When I confessed this to him, he insisted that some time with you would be therapeutic. As you belong to him, there is no threat of romantic entanglement. And as you are already familiar with the specific requirement of the lifestyle, I'm kinky, you don't have to resort to euphemisms, then the transition from celibacy back to sexuality would be far smoother. So you do plan to fuck me then? She asked, although she knew the answer already.
Is there any way next week you could do two different voices, do his voice and her voice?
I was going to, but then I thought it's going to turn into something else. But would you like me to?
Maybe just for a segment, not for the entire thing, but just, fall in and out of it.
All right.
Like a loose pussy.
When you're ready, and if you have no objection, I'm here, aren't I? Nobody's got a gun to my head. Force is for amateurs. I will sleep alone for eternity before I would ever take an unwilling partner to bed. He has shared you with others before, hasn't he? Yeah, of course, but, she said and took a breath, he was always there. I understand. As I said, when you're ready, and not until then. So what now? She asked after a moment's pause.
So he's being a gentleman about it. He's like letting her get into the moment, get a little squishy in the pantalones.
I think he's kind of like making her relax a little bit before he chains her up to the back of his car and drives down the street.
Gotcha. Well,
we can hope, right?
I mean, let's not ruin the rest of the story.
Sorry, spoiler alert.
Daniel stood up and went to the door. She quickly joined him. I'm sure you need to unpack and rest, so I suppose for the night I'll simply send you to your room. Send me to my room? After what a bitch I've been? Eleanor scoffed.
Oh.
From good cop to cop out. Fine, I'll go to my room. She moved to take a step, but Daniel caught her by the chin. She gasped at the sudden, unexpected movement, shocked by the sudden change in his demeanor.
Wait a minute.
Told ya.
He hit her in the
No,
face, or did he grab her and like, let me see?
Yeah, I don't think that he cold cocked her, although
that's,
that would be awesome too.
That's very aggressive. Like this went from,
I don't think he meant like he caught her in the chin with
maybe
a
just
right.
like grabbed her chin.
Maybe
like, let me have that chin.
Gently. I mean, is that a thing?
Yeah.
You give me head.
Like
you give me chin.
Like if a guy was to grab, passionately grab your face
by the chin
and pull you in. Yeah, like the hair of your chinny chin.
Now I got a beard. It's fucked up.
Well, things happen.
He forced her to meet his eyes. I haven't played this game in years, he said, his voice low and forbidding. That does not mean I've forgotten how. Eleanor didn't dare to blink or breathe. Daniel loosened his grip on her chin, but did not let her go.
Okay, so
I may not touch you again for the rest of the week, he said. Or I may fuck you blind, deaf, and dumb. But you will be respectful of me while you are here, no matter what the sleeping arrangements prove to be.
Okay.
Understood? Eleanor
Is it deaf?
nodded. Yes, sir, she said through trembling lips. Good. Your room adjoins mine. It is at the top of the stairs, the second to the last room on the right. Your bags are already there. Thank you, she said, her voice little more than a squeak. Daniel smiled, but it was not a kind smile. It sent a chill into her stomach. Even his fingers against her skin made her uncomfortably warm. You flinched, he said. This must
2 for flinching.
Caught you in the chin again, bitch.
not be how he usually gets your attention. It isn't. He grabs my neck or my wrist. Which do you prefer? She shrugged. I hate them all the same. Daniel's eyes momentarily brightened with suppressed laughter, and Eleanor was struck again by how handsome he was. This is going to be a long week. Go, he said. I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, what's going to happen on Thursday's episode of the Kage Kultcast?
That's when he drags her behind the car.
Well, let's not get
I know.
come on.
I mean, I don't know. I have to skip ahead. I've not read it. I don't read it beforehand.
Oh, so you don't even
I
know
don't
where
know.
this is going?
No. Well, I mean, I can imagine the cold cocking will begin, but
Again.
again.
Just over and over and over again. 2
Yeah.
for flinching.
I used to play that game.
Love that game. Fan-fucking-tastic. Deaf chicks. I got a thing for deaf chicks.
Okay, you like.
Look, I wrote
well,
it
it's because
down.
they're all old, and that's why they
They're
can't.
not all
you, wait, you
old.
wrote down
Deaf
"I
chick.
love deaf chicks."
I have a thing. What's her name?
'Cause you can put
There's
it
the
in their
actress. There's the actress.
Jerry?
No, Jerry. Was it Jerry on Facts of Life?
Wow.
Was that right? No, it's the Matlin.
Marley Matlin. Marley Matlin.
That
yeah.
sounds right.
Maitland? Marley.
Marley something. Hot deaf chick, hot deaf actress chick, and I just always like, nice Dante Cage, I love you, because
You like the
it's
way they
that
speak?
deaf speak, yes.
That turns you on
For whatever
someone
reason.
who enunciates for a living.
For
You
what-
like
absolutely. For whatever reason, the deaf accent is
she
one
want to
of,
hear you coming.
it's one of my favorite. Who does?
Seriously, are you being serious?
Yeah, I
so
like
you
it.
like you're kind
My buddy
of
Robbie,
like,
he was a British guy. He
you like British dudes and deaf chicks.
Well, no, he would always go, Jesse Cage likes deaf chicks. It was a thing for whatever reason. We used to do this thing called Reading with Robbie on the air, where I'd have him read, the back of a tampon box or something, and people had to call and guess,
Toxic shock syndrome. It's really funny.
Really big deal, that toxic shock syndrome. Ladies,
Almost
don't leave
no one
that,
gets it anymore.
Don't leave it in too long, though. It could happen. Don't sleep in it. Change it
Yeah,
before
you
you go to
should
bed.
change it.
Don't leave it in there. Don't do it all day. And I know a lot about it because there was a time,
Is that why you're
kids,
deaf?
there was a time before cell phones when you had to reach around the bathroom to find things to read while you were taking a dump ski.
So you read the
I read everything.
air freshener, the tampon
Everything. And it
box.
gets the tampon box, and then you open it
That's
up, and there's
scary.
like the stick figures that are putting the tampons in and shit.
Put up on the toilet.
Yes. So
Nobody does it that way, by the way.
I learned all sorts of things, and then I grew up in my house where my mom was the head RN for labor and delivery in West Palm Beach
a
at
lot
St.
of
Mary's.
toxic shock syndrome, did they?
Just a lot of baby shit everywhere, like
Ew.
and like there'll be like a uterus out, and then you can take
your mom
the
would bring
baby
one
out of
home?
the uterus.
Well, that's a C-section.
Like-
They did that to me.
They did. That was it. But
I've seen my own uterus on the outside of my body.
It was more of like a doll type thing that I'm talking about. I didn't see an
Oh.
actual one, but there's all this shit that was around
Do you
my
want
house.
to see my uterus?
No.
That's rude.
Nope, sorry. The last thing I want to see is your uterus.
It's the last thing you want to see.
The last thing
I
that
bet there's other things that you'd rather not
the
see.
last thing I want to see is your fucking uterus.
What if you saw it from the inside?
Like, am I shrunk down and they're going to put me in there?
Oh, that'd be cool. And then I could give birth to you.
Remember that movie Inner Space? Do you remember?
In her space?
Well, that's the porn version.
I remember that. I starred in that.
Jesus knows, and Jesus will send us a voicemail every week now over, which I'm totally down with. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Hallelujah.
KageKultcast@gmail.com. If you want to be on the show, all you got to do is grab your phone, use a little voice memo thing, and send it to us. KageKultcast@gmail.com. And this is something else that is going to be added to your job description. I didn't listen to the entire thing because I was like, I want to do this fresh with you, but I got to enough. Check this out.
Jesse, Alli, it's Jesus. What's going on? Listen, as you know, I'm a healer. I heal people. And as I know, Jesus, prayer is a powerful thing. But when I heal people, like the blind, I put my hands on them and they can see. When a woman with warts all over her face, I put my hands on her and she becomes bangable. Once again, I heal people. And today,
them down below, warts.
With the help of Alli and her hands, we're going to heal Jesse's balls.
So Jesus has been a fan of the show for a long time, and we've been trying to have kids for a long time. So oftentimes
You and Jesus have been trying to have kids?
Well, Crystal and I.
Right. Oh, so...
But Jesus is he's been right there, been trying to help out. Not in
I'm fertile. You want me to grab hold of them things?
Not in body, but in mind and spirit. So he knows that we've been struggling, and so yes, I think warm those things up.
So his swimmers are not floating on their backs, just relaxing in the water. They're going to be strong swimmers after I'm through with the help of Alli. Alli, I'm going to penetrate you.
Oh.
Your hands are going to become my hands. Get ready, Alli. I'm penetrating you.
Pull them out.
I've penetrated you. There I am.
I didn't even notice.
Now your hands are my hands.
Oh, ding.
Those small, little, beautiful hands. Extremely small. All right. Cup your hands, Alli, like you're taking communion.
I don't know what that means.
You're Jewish.
Jesse,
You're taking
whip out
communion.
your balls.
Whip out your balls.
And put them in those small, little dwarf woman hands. Right.
I'm going to squeeze if you say
tense,
one
Alli,
rude thing.
Massage him a bit. Massage him. He needs to be relaxed for this.
Are you relaxing? I feel you clenching.
And now you, Alli, I'm working through you, so here we go. Dear Father, we pray that Jesse's balls will produce some strong Michael Phelps type swimmers.
Oh, don't bang the ball.
Eager to get to that finish line.
They stretch
Eager
like
to
gum.
make that baby.
Harry.
Eager to explode like a porn star.
Do I explode now?
Is that a wart? Do not explode
something
now. I'm
like
bending
that.
down in front of you.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Working through Alli. Make it be done. There you go, Jesse. There you go, man.
All right, if I
Go.
get warts on my hands.
Have a baby.
Herpes, not words.
Okay.
It's going to be a boy.
Nice.
And his name is going to be Gage.
Gage.
Cage.
Amen.
That's pretty.
Have a good day, y'all.
All right.
Hallelujah.
Jesus, thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Do you have any, like, hand sanitizer?
Yeah, right over there. You can grab some. There's like a coconut hand sanitizer over there, which
Coconut,
is
yeah, it's
totally fucking appropriate
So
over
I'm
there.
sure that Crystal's fine that I healed your balls. If it gives her a baby.
Right. No, we did that through Jesus.
So basically, it's the three of ours, baby. It's gonna be
right?
so short.
Is that-
Aw.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it is. That was my genetic material all up on your ball bag.
Well, my genetic material is someplace. Wipe it off. Yeah. It's not on the
on
counter.
the Formica.
The fucking counter.
Fornicated
All right.
Formica.
Getting ready to wrap things up for your
Oh,
Tuesday
you couldn't have wrapped it up before I grabbed the balls.
edition
Breaking barriers.
of the Kage Kultcast. Before we are done, though, well, let me ask you this. Is there a rapper rock today?
There
You
is.
do have one.
I always do my homework.
Okay, let's do it. We'll wrap up like we have been. We'll do rapper rock, and then we'll do a DBAC, and then we'll be done with this nonsense.
The paper is now sticking together.
You're welcome.
God bless. It may work, though, because I did the same thing to Drew's balls and we have a baby.
So who knows?
You know, probably.
I can't wait to have a baby just so that baby can get on a group text thing to you and text you incessantly about money. Can't wait.
He'll go, "Dear Aunt Alli." Ha 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 ha. Did you spit? Okay.
It's Gage Cage.
I like that.
Whatever. I'm into
It's
it.
like Pet Cemetery.
I was
Gage.
going Logan. I went Logan if we had a boy.
Logan. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's a rock name.
Yeah, I was thinking Logan.
All right. So we got this dude, and this is really fucked up too. Imagine this happening to you.
Okay.
Dude gets invited by some of his friends on a road trip out to Fresno, California. He had performed in the city 2 weeks prior, so he wanted to go back so he could get back with some girls, some groupie love, some action. You know what I'm saying.
All right, yeah.
So while they're driving back from Fresno, the car gets surrounded by the FBI and police from 2 different cities.
Okay.
And the cops tell this dude, this either rap or rock star, that while he was at a motel with this chick, his friends were allegedly casing a bank. But they had changed their minds when they saw the local TV news van in the bank's parking lot. So he gets questioned by the cops, and he's like, "Look, I didn't leave the hotel, and I don't know anything about a supposed bank robbery." So the cops charge him with conspiracy to commit robbery, although no bank robbery was conducted. Neither him nor his friends were near the location of said bank. He got sentenced to 5 years in federal prison after he refused the deal, which included implicating his friends for a robbery that didn't occur.
I don't understand how you can go to jail for something that was just a thought.
See?
Because if that's the case, we're fucked.
Oh, we're
Can think of all the times.
I wanted to kill somebody.
I've murdered you 4 times since you
Today,
walked in the door.
I know, I feel you. So he went to jail for 4 years. He got out a year early for
Holy shit.
for good behavior. And his friends, he wouldn't snitch on his friends, so he took a rap for something that he didn't even happen. Not only that he didn't do, it didn't even happen.
I wish we would have put country into this as well, because it's like a bank heist sounds very country to me.
Well, if they had on like bandanas on their face and their 6-shooters and
that is really, I guess, could go either way.
Yes, it could.
Seems like the game lends itself to that, doesn't it? Rap or rock? I don't know. I've only been right once and 8 times.
Yeah. It's good average for you.
I'm going to say that it's rap.
Do you need CPR? Do I answer and you'll make
That's my
stop?
beatboxing. You don't like my beatbox?
Oh, that was
I loved the Fat Boys, by the way.
I know.
And was it Delirious? No, that was John Candy. What was the Fat
The
Boys
Fat Boys movie? I think it was called the Fat Boys movie. Did you wear the Fat Boy shoelaces?
Oh God, yeah, man. I had the whole thing. It was that and my Alfonso Ribeiro breakdance kit. So I was in.
Oh,
I was in.
the Fresh Prince.
So what was the Disorderlies? Disorderlies was one of the Fat Boys movies. That was Yep. Okay.
They were in a hospital. They were disorderly.
They were Disorderlies. Yeah. Rap.
It is rap.
Yes.
Mac Dre in '92.
Cool Mo D.
I just said Mac Dre.
I've never heard of him.
You think they're the same person?
Who's Mac Dre? I don't know. I'm not being funny this time. I don't know Mac Dre.
Well, he was 21 when that happened, and then he went to jail, and he hasn't done too much.
Right. Is there a song I would know?
I don't think so.
You know, girl, you know it's true. Girl.
Milli Vanilli?
Ooh, I love you.
That's, again, not Mac Dre.
No. Yeah, I don't know Mac Dre. I mean, normally I know. It's not the doctor.
Dr. Dre?
Right.
No.
The doctor is not in.
It's when Dr. Dre goes to McDonald's.
He's Mac
the
Dre?
Mac Dre. No.
Delicious. A Florida woman became furious during an argument with her boyfriend and in a fit of rage grabbed his testicles.
Well, did this just happen to us?
Right. Ultimately squeezing them until they were... 21-year-old Katie Lee Pritchard of Indiana Harbor Beach was arrested on June 4th after police were called by her boyfriend to come to the home that they share together. Apparently, he was crying and clutching his leaking testicles.
Oh, they popped?
After police arrived, they also reported the man's face was bruised and bloodied. Check this chick out, though. She's pretty fucking hot, man. She's a cutie. So I'm like, yeah, I'll let her. A little Megan Fox-ish. Kind of. Little going on there. I'm like,
why did she do that? Wait, they can pop like a water balloon? Let me see.
Well, don't touch him again. We've already done that part. Leave my balls are no
You
longer in
only
your
need one
hands.
to have a baby.
According to the man, she attacked him in the middle of the night as he was sleeping. He awoke to hear her squeezing the actual life out of his scrotum, they
Wait,
say.
he heard it? He didn't wake up feeling it?
I'm sure there was that
Gee,
as well.
it sounds like something horrid's happening to my ball bag.
Or somebody's making orange juice.
Fresh squeeze.
She also hit him with a brush, scratched him, and strangled him to the point where he couldn't breathe. The man told police he never hit back, but he did try to block her blows. I respect that. And ultimately, he was able to get her off of him long enough to call the cops. She claims her boyfriend became jealous about her wanting to go on a date with another guy, which you could see that. And then the fight escalated from verbal to...
Squeezing.
Squeezing it is.
It popped for real, like...
Let's see if they gave
show a
the
picture?
actual... there's no...
Is one
but
flat?
It definitely it bled. I don't know if maybe she just snuck her
Sick.
nails...
Let's do some Patreon backdoor content, and let's see what happens when I squeeze one of them.
You're going to sink your nails into my ball
No,
bag.
I just wanna squeeze.
I'm thinking, but reading here, I think that's what's happening. I think that's
I
where the
can
blood
if you
came
want.
from. I don't want you to pop my balls.
Just one. You know, you have to. You're being selfish.
The victim also stated the defendant grabbed him by his balls and squeezed him until they were bleeding. So I'm guessing she just ripped the apple bag.
Okay.
I don't know that the apple...
The coin purse is
the
now
apples-
able to hold coins.
Correct.
It has
It's
a
a little
seam
slit
for a
there.
reason.
After police arrested her, she asked from the back of the patrol car to call and talk to her boyfriend. The police were like, "No,
Wait,
that's not
that
going to
guy
happen."
or the other guy?
No, that guy. She was
Are
arrested.
you mad? Why are you mad? It was not even that big a deal.
She was charged with domestic battery. Pitchford was also charged with violating her probation in connection with a 2017 incident when she hit a law enforcement officer. She's facing all sorts of charges, including damn, bitches are crazy. All right, that's it. Done for another Tuesday. Bye.